एक बार फिर से खुश आमदीद कहना चाहती हूँ एंड ऑफ कोर्स टू रेज आवर किड्स देयर आर वेरी मैनी गेम्स जिसमें बच्चे जाते हैं और इन दी यूनिवर्सिटी टाइम में और बहुत से माँ बाप के बच्चे तो ऑलरेडी यूनिवर्सिटी में हैं भी जब यूनिवर्सिटी में एडमिशन होता है एकेडमिक्स के साथ उनकी को करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज़ को भी देखा जाता है गेम्स में उनके वॉलंटियर वर्क में वी आर वेरी लकी टू हैव परवीन हियर विद अस शी रन्स अ सॉकर क्लब how does this work? So parents and their kids, they can join your club?
Yes. So how it works is we're Brampton North Soccer, and we have 4 locations. So 2 in Mississauga, 2 in Brampton. Our Mississauga is called West Mississauga Soccer. So Canada is, as you know, dominated by hockey. And that's great. We all love our Toronto Maple Leafs. They made the playoffs yesterday, which is great, phenomenal. But when you look at soccer, it's almost like a language of love within the I guess within the sports community, because it's played in all 4 corners of the world. Anywhere in the world that you go to, people will call it football or soccer, but you don't even need to have a dialogue with anybody. You put the ball on the ground, they know what to do. It's just go. Like soccer is just a unified, like like World Cup, for instance. That when World Cup comes, everybody is just united. So when we decided to do soccer, it was something that I think we were very passionate about, and it also helps the fact that my kids are very good soccer players. They love soccer. So how it works is, so you register your kids. And it's very affordable too. That was very important for us because, as you know, a lot of sports can get very expensive. Soccer is very affordable. It's about $200 plus your HSD. And you get a full uniform. You get your jersey, your shorts, your socks, your cleats, and your shin pads. You buy that separate. We play for 12 weeks in the summer, so from May long weekend until August they play. And then in the winter we also have an indoor league. We just finished our indoor league yesterday, actually. So the teams get together. We put the teams together. And they have their referees that we pay our referees because we believe paying the kids to do a service is showing them value at a very young age, and we want to show them that, you know what, you're doing something. This is creating for themselves customer service skills. They're creating their motivation skills. They're dealing with parents, and parents can be very hard on referees if you've ever watched any games.
Yeah.
So they're learning and we put a program together for these referees. So they have skills that they learn how to deal with parents, how to deal with kids, how to call the game. It's a lot of development skills within that position alone. Now you have our coaches. Our coaches are usually one of the parents that are very, already very passionate about soccer, and they'll step in and they'll coach the kids. And you won't believe this, Rifa, but there are more women coaches in our leagues than there are men. And I'll tell you why. Because of that nurturing, we have that nurturing quality for women. When we see kids playing, it just comes out. When you're seeing grown-ups play, it's a different quality, but when you're teaching your kids, the women want to take that role as coaches because we may not know anything about soccer. I'll tell you the truth, I'm learning a lot about soccer, the rules per se, but motivation, giving them the drive, showing them, how to compete. These are qualities that women already have, and it doesn't matter what role you take, those roles come out in anything that we do. They get very competitive, these women coaches, and the kids are not just playing for themselves. They're playing to win and make those coaches happy with their ability to do what they're doing. And we have something very different in our league that we've only introduced, and nobody else has this rule. We call it a 2-pass rule. And the reason we do this is because we want the team to play as a team, because sometimes you may get that one child on the team that is just the star player. And what happens? He becomes the focus player on the team where everybody now will give him the ball to make sure he scores. And this has happened with us for many years. So we didn't like this because then that one star player becomes a hot shot. He becomes everybody's, bragging about him. And we didn't like that. So when I took over, I said, you know what, we need to start something where they are a team. So how do we do this? We came up with a 2-pass rule. So whoever has the ball has to have 2 passes. So you are forced to pass it to other people on your team so they get a chance to develop their skills, to play the game, and to score. So now that person who's the best player, he's not just the best, he's helping the other players to become at the same level as he is. And that was very important to us, and it's been a very successful input into our league. And people, when they join our league now, they're like, oh, you're the league that does a 2-pass rule. That's a great idea. And these are just little things that you develop over time because, you know, soccer is a game, but you can always make it better. You can always try to encourage kids to work together, to be a team member, to be team players. If somebody makes a mistake, you know what, that encouragement, it's okay, don't worry, we're gonna get it next time. It's so beautiful to see that. And having soccer, or any sport in that matter, I think we're in a world right now where people are so into their technology. They are on, I've seen kids with, and this has become a problem, and I don't think people have realized it, social skills, awkwardness has become a very high problem in our society, and people are not recognizing this problem. I will talk to a child and they don't know how to respond back because that social skills hasn't been met to their age level. Like they don't know, they're on their gadgets, they're talking to their computers or they're on their computers and they've lost that interaction. Like talking is going to become something that people are not going to know how to develop. We're going to have to sit down with our kids and teach them how to talk. Like they need to learn how to interact. I think this is something that if we continue down this path of technology, we're going to look back and we're going to say what happened, and we're not going, and it's going to, completely sidesweep us with what is going on today. So this is a way to get the kids out and meet other kids. And I tell people all the time, bring your kids, let them meet friends, because when they have a birthday party, who are they going to invite? Who's going to show up to their wedding? Who's going to show up to their birthday? Who's going to show up in their lives? You need to have a group of people that you can count on. And with competition, I found with my own kids, and this is personal, that their level of competition doesn't stop with sports. It continues to grow with their education, because as competitive as they are with sports, they take that into university, they become very competitive, they want to get the best mark because now they have a drive of doing that. And that, I think, is very important. And it's all related, and I think we look at it as soccer, yes, but it's bigger than that. It's more
it's not
than
only
that.
Soccer. It's
a development.
It's a
teamwork.
Teamwork.
It's a
competition.
Yes.
That is the main thing, that they are competing not only in soccer and not only in one's game, but they are competing in their life.
In their life, and they'll take these skills and they will, and people don't understand it, but these skills will help them later on. I mean, it's a kind of a stepping stone to get them into a sport. I mean, I say soccer, but I encourage parents, whatever their kids like to do, whether it's basketball or hockey or swimming, make them do something. It takes them away from just sitting around, and no, it's giving them, ability to do more with their lives. And it's training. It's, people, they're eating and they're sitting. They're not getting any exercise. So it's also developing their exercise. So it's all in that package.
But also having the teamwork, they get used to loss, how to deal with the situation.
You got it. It's very important.
When you are young at that age and you know how to deal when you're losing and how to motivate yourself to move on, in the world, the career world, it's the same way. How do I get better? And I keep rising the bar and I keep going over the bar despite of loss, right?
Right. I'll come back towards you, but you said in the beginning that you are still learning something about soccer, but you have taken a huge step and you are running this league in 4 different areas and you're very successful. This means it's my question, so once your children were in grade 10, 11, 12, was it a need that you thought that something is lacking out there and you started it, or what?
Well, basically, my kids are athletes before they're anything else. And that's something they got from their father, not from me. So they wanted to play sports, and we encouraged that. But I think they need a balance, like to have something in your life that's balancing, because TV has become taken over, and now with social media it's taken over. So it was more of a balance that they needed to get out and do stuff. If that's answering your question, I'm not sure.
It does. No. You came out, and I understand your kids are athletic because of their father, but you started this league.
Right, me and
With
my partners.
your partners.
With my partners.
So was it the necessity at the time that your kids needed that
Yes.
training, that teamwork?
Yes. So basically, the partners that we have, they had the league, and they've been running the league since 2000. And how it started was we put our kids into this league. They are two people, and they were just really kind of they were just draining. They were doing everything by themselves. So we started helping, just every day helping. My husband would go and just help them. Then they stopped coming because we were there all the time. So they looked at us one day and they said, why don't you just become partners, because you're doing the work already. And we never asked for money, we never asked for anything. They just liked the fact that they were getting help. And you have to trust people, and we have a very good relationship with them. We click, we get along, and it was just our personalities was a match. So the way I'm passionate about it is the same way she's passionate about it. So it wasn't as because if we don't do something, what else are the kids going to do? Like if we leave this to other people, and I take every one of these kids as my own. I make sure if somebody's not having a good time, I want to find out why. If a coach is not doing a good job, I want to find out why. By the end of the season, it's like we're all from one family. The kids have gone to be so much better. They're playing, so they're so sad when it ends. Like some kids are just hugging and crying, and Annie, I'm going to miss you, and I'm going to thank you so much. We have a huge barbecue at the end. We give them the awards. We have all the kids come from everywhere. It's like about 10,000 people on our last day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big league.
How many players do you have?
We're probably reaching about 5,000 this year because we've expanded now. So the last few years we were just short of 3, but now that we had to expand in Brampton because we just exploded. Because we have that, I guess, like we have like personal touch. Like I said, everyone knows me. When I get there, I meet everybody. I introduce myself. If there's anything I can do for you, I really feel customer service is the first thing in any business. You need to put yourself out there. And if you have a problem, you know what? I'm not perfect. I may have done something that I will fix it. Tell me what I have done, and they like that. They come, they go, Annie, I don't like where you put me. The sun's blocking me, today. I don't like this. You know what? Okay, next week I'm going to put you where there's more trees. I'm sorry. So there's things like you wouldn't believe the kind of stuff that people, but they see that I'm trying, right? They know that you're trying. I can't please everybody, but if you come to me and I can do something, absolutely I will do it.
This is phenomenal.
Take a break and
10,000 people last time.
You have to
साथ
come.
रहिएगा. परवीन,
You have to come.
एनी हमारे साथ हैं और हम आपको सॉकर क्लब में भी लेके चलेंगे इनके. वापस आते हैं एक छोटी सी ब्रेक के बाद.